Hey yo, what's up?
Hola, ¿cómo estás?
Taboo, trends, anything and everything. You can watch us every single week on YouTube and Facebook. This is No Filter in Paradise.
Hey, yo, what's up?
Hola, ¿cómo estás?
Yo, guys, welcome back to another episode of No Filter in Paraíso, a show about anything and everything between two amigos. One is straight.
And one is super, super happy Merry Christmas gay.
Oh, what?
I don't know. That doesn't make sense.
Why do you always
but I
make up
just-
the randomest shit ever, every single
Because
episode?
that's what life is about.
Guys, today, first things first, this is the last episode for this year. So, that being said, happy motherfucking New Year.
Ooh.
How would you say it?
Happy New Year to you. That was so beautiful.
No matter what they... No, okay, cool. Guys, so today on this episode, we have a special guest. We want to close off this episode with somebody who has been traveling way more than me and Shark combined,
And Tori.
and Tori, and Dylan, and everybody else in the studio. And we want to hear her stories. Today, we have Anouk Eman.
Ow, come
Welcome
through,
to the show,
Nikki.
Anouk. Welcome to the show.
Thank you so much
How-
for this
For this what?
opportunity. I feel so thankful to be here. The last episode, it
Well, she
means
did
a
say-
lot to me. So thank you.
She did say that when she walked in. Oh, thank you for having me. No, man, thank you for being on the show. 'Cause
Legit.
we know you're super busy. So I'm not going to lie. I thought you were like, gonna be like, hey, sa mil, may may cancel. So may agi haciendo. I kind of felt it. I'm not sure. I had a feeling, but thank you for proving me wrong. So
Let's get into it.
don't be so serious, Anouk. You look very serious.
No, we're gonna get into business.
All right.
You didn't even give me the chance.
Wait, first things first, guys. Big shout out to Gianni's Group, one of the sponsors of the show. Guys, every single week we do a giveaway with Gianni's. All you have to do is share this video. That is it. We don't ask for much. We don't ask for money. We don't annoy you. All we ask is for you to share this video. And one of you guys will get we'll give away 2 vouchers, each worth 75 florins. And you can go and eat at any Gianni's Group restaurant. So Asia, Daniel's, Gianni's, Amore Mio,
Garden
Garden
Fresh.
Fresh. What's the one? The Beach Bar, Azuro. So 7 restaurants you can pick. I feel like I'm missing one, but
No, that's the beach bar.
that's the Beach Bar. What other one? Oh, Gelatissimo also.
Yeah.
And so yeah, you can go and enjoy the voucher at any place that you want. And also download their app, GG2Go. It's very simple. I actually used it 3 days ago to make a reservation. You can order food, deliver it to your house. You can pick it up, or you can make a reservation at any of the restaurants. It's super simple, super easy. Download the Go, GG2Go app. And we're going to give away these bottles for New Year's. All you got to do is wait. I'll tell you later throughout the show, all right? So Anouk,
Yes.
favorite food?
Sushi.
Really? What's your favorite sushi? And from where?
I must say Asia.
Yay!
No,
Propaganda,
joke. Any raw sushi. I'm not a big fan of fried sushi.
Yeah,
But
I love you.
But I eat sushi with a lot of eel sauce. So
Ooh, me too. No?
it's just
I cannot eat sushi without the eel sauce. Like, I mean, I can, but like, it will not taste the same, you know? I will not enjoy it as much.
Yeah, a little bit of eel sauce for
or
me.
maybe
and
I
spicy
eat eel
mayo.
sauce with sushi. Not sushi with
Maybe
eel
that,
sauce.
because that sounds...
Sorry.
I know, babe.
O donde no se llega na porta.
Dande, I'm about to punch you in the face.
Sorry, so sushi
Yes.
from Asia? What did
No,
you...
not Asia. Just any
Any
raw,
kind of
Just raw
sushi?
sushi.
Okay.
With a lot of
eel sauce.
eel
Eel
sauce.
sauce. You like ginger?
No,
No?
I like ginger.
I like ginger.
I don't like ginger.
I like
You can't
ginger.
ginger?
I don't like wasabi.
You want some, Anouk?
Do
You want some water?
I have water. Thank
Okay,
you.
good. No, it's all good. More for us.
Where's that for me?
So, are you always on a diet?
I'm not on a diet.
What? It's go be. I mean, you work out like
I
3.
changed my lifestyle.
Oh.
I'm
Look
not
at the
on
answer.
a diet.
It's the-
No,
okay, but
seriously,
it's- but it's true.
seriously.
It
I
is
don't
true.
eat salad. I just weigh my food. I
It's all
try to
portion.
eat small portions. That is enough for me. So if you go to Amore Mio and they give you pasta, the
Oof.
entire plate
Oof,
is
let's
with
go.
this delicious pasta.
Yeah.
and you're gonna eat all because it's super delicious. But if you're cooking at your house and you just put the amount that you need to eat, you will be full.
Sure.
Unless you don't go for second rounds.
Nah, well, see, that's my problem.
Yeah.
I overeat and I always like sex. That's why I looked over there and she's like, see, we gotta cook
No,
at home.
because
Like, no.
When I approached Adrienne, she's the one that started like coaching me. I had told her I want to change my lifestyle. I don't want to be on a diet. I don't want this to be temporary. I want this to be like a lifelong goal. And it took longer to get the results, but now I feel like the results are there. And even if I cheat, I don't feel like a big difference. Like I've gained weight. Like during the holidays, I wasn't stressed like I used to be back in the
Back
years.
then. I think that's what people beat them up for, like, hey, I can't eat the ayaka or a kishina because I'm gonna gain. Like, dude, just enjoy the holidays, man.
Mm-hmm.
And what's your favorite cheat meal besides sushi?
Hey, sushi.
Really?
Sushi or Mexican.
Ooh.
Definitely one of those two.
I can go for some tacos right now.
You can't go wrong with tacos ever.
Never. Well, sometimes, but like most of the times, though. Hey, is it difficult to train with Adrienne?
I don't train with her anymore.
Why not?
Because she got this new job, which I'm super happy for her.
nice.
And she had told me, Anouk, you have to train either at 5 or 5:30 every morning. And I had told her,
Dang,
Adrienne, like,
I'm sleeping.
again, this is a lifestyle I'm building. So, with Markson having this nightlife and, I want our relationship to stay healthy and I need to also think about him. So I was like, no, I'm going to look for another trainer, that is more realistic. I wake up at 6 to go 6:30. An hour makes a huge difference.
100%.
So I stopped with her about 2 months, I think.
Do you cry when you work out with her?
Oh no, Adrienne is hardcore.
Listen, I've
Jesus.
seen her work out people. I'm on the side. I'm like,
I miss her
videos.
because
Damn.
it's also a girls' time. Like
Yeah.
we motivate each other. It's completely different when your trainer is your friend. So
yeah, 100%. Nah, man.
A lot of fun times on Instagram too.
oh yeah.
Y'all be
Oh,
making
yeah.
jokes with each other. I sometimes like
Their
try to
stories
jump
be
in their
lit.
stories.
Adrienne, like she grabs a weight or something. I'm like, Adrienne, can you grab it again? Like this is what I want to see. This is my motivation.
Real quick. Ooh.
Can you grab the other weight again?
Do it,
Nah, but
baby.
Adrienne's a beast
She's
in the
a
gym,
beast.
man.
She's a
She's a
beast.
beast.
No, but it's a love-hate relationship with her.
But you, the both of you?
Sometimes she's like, Bokera chanchangi? Because she gets really, like mean. And
Yeah.
I'm like, no, this is what I need. Zundrami.
But sometimes that's the motivation you need,
Yeah,
like
no,
somebody.
she's awesome
Sometimes
because
it
she
is.
knows when to separate, friendship and then we're training. And
Yeah.
she keeps me like, I know, what do you see yourself in a year? What do you want? By being flojo, you're not going to get there. So sometimes it's really cool that she can switch that
Yeah.
and we still have respect for each other.
Yeah.
Now, who has the best cocktails on Aruba, Hoya or Apotheke?
Ooh.
Well, it depends.
No. Just you have to pick one or the other.
Oy, oy, oy. I would say both. Why pick?
Because they're both different.
Exactly. That's my point.
Damn, she got me there.
Why pick one when you can have two?
Two.
I mean,
All right, fine. Who makes the best mojitos, you or Markson?
Mark's on, hands down. Not even gonna fight this.
Let it go.
Yeah.
Man, who's more disciplined, you or Markson?
Me.
100%.
Hands down.
Yeah.
Hands down.
Is Markson lazy in the gym? Because he's always like, I always see Fit Kim posting him working out,
You
but
know, every time I used to train
He looks
with
like he
him,
wants to cry.
he cheats a lot and it bothers me. I'm like, okay, 10 burpees, and then I'm doing 10. I know I'm going faster than him, and then he stops. He's like, I'm done. I'm like, you are not done. He's like, yeah, you're going slow. I'm like, no. He cheats a lot, but I feel like this year, because for him it's difficult, having this nightlife. I'm sure you know about it.
100% know.
That you get home super late, and then you want to wake up early, you want to go to the gym, you want to eat healthy, and then I'm sure after his job, he comes home and you're starving.
Steak and cheese.
So I know it was difficult for him, but I feel like this year he is trying to, I want to say, balance it out. Like, come home, try to make our own meals. I always tell him, like, I know part of your job is to drink, with other people, but maybe minimize it, don't drink as fast, make, smarter choices. And I feel like he's also happier with himself by doing smarter choices.
Yeah, like pick your battles. You know, like, do you want to
Yeah.
take shots today with these people? No, then don't do it.
And he's been consistent with his gym.
No, and I feel like
Yeah.
I'm in his ear. Like, are you sure you're gonna have that one
He's
drink?
like, I want this drink. Mike's son, put it down.
He's like, Anouk, never mind.
What? Do you
Yeah.
think men should have some basic level of fashion? Every man should like know at least some basic fashion. I mean, level.
Hey, you know, I'm so happy you brought this conversation. I'm
100%.
struggling with marks. Somebody help me. I even told Atanito one time, please help me because I
Yeah,
really
Atanito's
like
got
how he
good style,
dresses.
yeah.
Yes. What I like about him, he's daring. And, you know, you obviously. I love when someone.
I got nothing, don't worry.
You know, for me, like, look at what I'm wearing. This
Yeah.
is huge. I
Yeah.
know that a lot of people are like, ew, that's so ugly. But I love when you walk into a room and you're different.
Yeah.
And that's what I also like in men, having a different sense of fashion, having, you know, taking that risk.
Yeah.
And I think Atanito, you do it
100%.
like,
100%.
He does
and
it.
I think it's necessary. Every time I ask Marsan, like, what are you wearing for New Year's? And then the day before he goes.
All black.
And Markson's shoe size is 13. There's no shoes for him in Aruba. So it's like,
Oh my god.
Well, it's a good thing you're going
struggle
to
is
Miami very soon.
but he's trying. It's so cute. He like puts on something and he's like, how do you think I look? Like, okay, you're trying. But I'm really
Dude.
trying to get him to brush his hair. He doesn't brush his hair.
He does not look like a brusher.
No.
You just
100%.
So I told him New Year's,
He
I'm
looks like a
I'm
shaker, like he's
blowing,
just ready to
like
go.
I'm gonna blow your hair, and he's like, okay, like blow dry.
Oh wow, with like a slick back or a comb
I mean, no
over?
sabes ito palagami, but I'm really trying to. That's
I would
it.
love to see that. I would love to see
because
that.
he's super like
No, Mark Son
his
is hot.
Features,
Mark Son is hot.
like what?
careful,
Like
huh?
I don't give, I don't
hey,
care.
Mark
She
Son is
knows.
super
Mark
hot.
Son is hot.
he's so
And I
my
like Mark
type.
Son with the old body. Like this finish Mark Son is like not for me.
Oh, I think you like more chunky men.
I
you
know, that's
Yeah,
why
your
the old
thing.
Mark Son is like, oh my god.
No, I like this one better.
Of course you do.
Hands down.
Of course you do.
Oh God.
He tells me like, hey, watch out, no, could me high me six pack. I'm like, I'm not afraid of
I'm like,
competition.
bro, but I mean, I'll watch out.
I am the
Ron.
prize, baby. Relax.
You're
you gotta
welcome.
keep up.
All right, so let's get into some question. All right, so where are you originally from?
Aruba.
Okay, born
Because
and
your
raised.
name is very exotic. Like,
Born and raised, and I always hated my name.
What?
Because
Why?
my sister's name are like Rachel, Valerie.
Valerie.
That sounds nice in English, and I'm Anouk.
Wait, how did they say it in the States?
I don't even know anymore.
All right, we have Anouk. Like, how do they say it?
Normally they say Anouk.
Anouk? Yeah.
Anouk. But now I love it because
Yeah.
it's so unique.
Yeah.
exactly. That's the thing.
They're always like,
now.
where are you from? And then you get to tell a little bit about yourself. And I think that also had helped me in my modeling career because it's very different. And then you start a conversation. And I feel like that had also helped me a lot.
But you
It's
from
definitely a
Aruba?
conversation starter. It helps.
Yeah.
Being from Aruba?
Yeah,
And
because
then
they
they're
go
like,
100%.
Anu, what?
Where
Anu?
is that? Samil,
And then I'm
Middle
like,
East?
don't worry, you
Bro.
can call me Nuki because everyone calls me Nuki.
Yeah.
And then if I'm like, if you can't remember Nuki, you can always call me Aruba.
Yeah.
And then that's where I started.
Yeah. Why Aruba? Oh, that's where I'm from. Here's a picture. Like, oh my God, you're so lucky.
You can't forget that.
No, 100%.
Welcome.
Now, I know a lot of people think when they think of Anouk Eman, they think, model, photo shoots, this and that. But
And
I
they
feel
link
like
with politics.
what?
Politics.
And some politics, I guess. I don't know. Like, I can't link her to.
Hey, is this working?
But I think some people might not know like your profession on the side. So can you tell people who are watching like what
Yeah,
exactly?
actually, my colleague, she's very known, Carolina Span.
Yeah. She
always-
was she on the show?
She was, yeah.
We had her on the show. Yeah.
She
yeah.
always tells me like, why don't you promote more? The thing is, I don't like to brag about myself and
Brag,
say like,
baby, brag,
you know,
baby.
I graduated my master's degree in early intervention in autism. I like to, work, in the low key, like with these children. I don't
Yeah.
like to brag about it.
You don't want to be like, I'm over here doing good. Like,
Look
You know,
at
I'm
me working.
educated.
Correct. You're
I
just
actually
doing-
love it when I encounter conversations where they're like, "Oh, you finished your masters," and
Like,
they're
what?
very
They're expecting
surprised.
a
And then I
bimbo.
ask them, "Why are you so surprised?" And I make them feel very uncomfortable because I like
100%.
to make people feel uncomfortable. And they're like, "No." I'm like, "No. I really want to know why you reacted like that." And I feel like that's the mentality here in Aruba. You can't be a model or be pretty
And be
smart.
Yeah,
And that's BS. Like,
I fully agree.
It's like all over the world though, because it's like you see a girl with blonde hair, like You're just expecting bimbo.
You're right. I'm
That's
kidding,
how
I'm
it
joking, I'm
goes.
joking.
That's how it goes. And
Don't
it
leave me.
surprises people when they catch you in a conversation
Yeah.
that maybe they're not even as educated on.
And it also depends, like,
It's like stigma,
for
you know?
example, if you're talking about politics, I don't know much about politics, so someone can be telling me, hey, Anouk is very dumb, but I don't know anything about politics, and I'm not interested. So
Yeah.
No,
let me make that clear.
Yeah.
I am not interested, never been.
Me neither. I don't like politics either at all. But I do understand. Like, I think people have that stigma. Oh, she's hot. She models. She must be stupid. I'm like,
Yeah.
no, that's not true. Like, it's not.
Especially with the second job that you have, which is like social media posting and stuff like that. I don't think people understand how much work goes into a post.
Oh, trust me, I know.
Like, it's crazy.
And
like,
especially
it's crazy.
for women, because you have to have your hair done, your makeup,
Yeah.
and it takes a lot of time. And I have a full-time job. I always tell people, like, I wish I had more time, to make TikTok videos and stuff like that, because that's how you reach people.
you reach.
Yeah.
And that's one of my goals next year, to increase the awareness of children with autism using these types of social
Platforms.
media platforms.
Let's talk about that for a little bit. So, about your profession. You just started a project, right?
Yes.
Can you please tell us about it?
So it's the first early intervention system for children with special needs ever in Aruba.
So, early
So-
intervention.
What does that mean?
Kids with any special needs, so autism, ADHD, anything, never had any help. Parents
Ever.
didn't know where to go.
Wait, then what were the people doing all this time? The people that are already in.
So what happens when a child turns 4 or 5 is when the parents really realize and accepts.
Yeah.
Because there's a taboo on the island. The parents realize that there's something different in their child, but they
won't admit it.
They won't admit
Because
it
Denial.
because they keep their children at home. They're embarrassed because Aruba's community also doesn't welcome these children, and the awareness is not there, not where we want it to be. It did improve over the years, and then what happens? They come when the child is already 4 or 5 years. It's late. A child's brain is like a sponge,
Sponge.
That's when they absorb the most information.
They're absorbing the most information. It's like if I'm teaching you Chinese when you were born compared to now.
I will never understand it.
It's not impossible, but it
it's
takes
harder.
a lot more to get where you want to. And Aruba's education don't accept these children. And that's the age that they usually go, in Erste class. And that's where the school system just bye.
You're not gonna.
They
make
don't
it.
accept them, no. So
That's
there's
so messed
no,
up, man.
there's no,
And there's nobody talking about it.
Until now.
nobody's talking about it.
Like, whoever has a kid on the spectrum, they know because that's their daily lives. But nobody really talks about it.
And I've done a research for a year. There's a lot of gap. There's a waiting list for 3 years. Those are the most crucial years for these children, and there's just a waiting list. So it's like you are on time. Some parents are on time, but then, thank you, come back in 3 years or come back in 2 years.
Can't you, wait, what? But then, wouldn't it be better to have a system in place where they can, in those 2 years, they can develop or help?
That's the thing. We don't have capacity. There's no professionals here. I'm the only one that studied early intervention in autism.
in
So I
Aruba.
have.
So you're the
when I
only
w-
one right now.
When I was studying in the States, I was telling my professors about it, and they are the ones that came to Aruba. So for years, we were talking about, in the
Nice.
future, my goal is to start an early intervention for these children, and this year they came twice to Aruba.
That's
So
super nice.
we handed in the first data, the first report to the government.
That's super nice.
So there's no
Cheers to that.
data. There's no
Cheers.
data. And finally, the first data, because UNICEF wants to help. There's a lot of money out there. But you can't ask for money if you
don't have
don't
data.
show them what is the issue in Aruba.
Where are you going?
You have to show them what is it you want to work on
you going?
and how much money I need. You can't just say, hey, the awareness, we don't have an early intervention system in Aruba. We need, let's say, 2 million. No, I need to know exactly how much I need.
And we also need to know, where is the money going? Like, can we have receipts? Can we have data
Exactly.
as in, did the money go where it's supposed to go? What's the result of all the money we gave you? No, I agree with that. But I think it's kind of cool, because it's what I'm thinking right now is that it's kind of cool that you have this profession and you bring awareness, and I feel, that's what I'm thinking right now, is I feel like you're leveraging your career as a model to also bring awareness to this thing.
And it's funny that you mention it, because someone, I can't, a random person had texted me, and he has autism, and he's not even local. I'm going to try and find it and read it to you guys, how he was like, I appreciate you being a model and speaking for us. And it was like this long message, and I was like, this is the reason why I do
You
this.
just need that.
If I ever wanted to get rich, I would have never studied this. This is, you need to
100%.
have passion for these children. You need to have a lot
100%.
of patience. So I love it.
It's a lot, though.
And I really wanted to study the early ages because the later it's
more
difficult to
difficult.
tell parents that,
Yeah.
a lot of parents move to Holland, but not every family has that luxury to go start a new life in Holland, get a new job. So it's sad. I know a lot of families, they come for vacation in Aruba and they're like, yeah, my child is doing better. But I'm like, it's not supposed to be like that.
like, you're
That
supposed to be
Aruba
home.
can't help you.
Do you feel like the kids that, Zachma, are too late, but not, are they neglected from society in general? Like
Oh,
any-
yes, definitely.
That's sad, man.
Definitely. So, my goal being a model next year is I do want to do photo shoots with these girls.
Let's
Our
go.
Reina Juvenil 2 years ago had autism, and,
Oh, nice.
they spoke about it, so they never, put her in the back
Yeah.
or hit it. Like, it was so nice. And I think that's how it should be, that these kids can also be a model one day, that
be
they
part
could be
of
sitting here
be part
one
of community,
day.
like be part of
Exactly.
society.
And
of
not
like,
make it a taboo or make you feel like, oh, like you're different, you're weird.
yeah,
No,
it's
I'm
like
just a normal person.
it should be accepted. At this point, I mean, like I feel like the train is like way gone. It's like Jesus Christ, come on, people, like,
Yeah.
catch up with certain things.
Yeah. Well, let's go a little bit back in time, but pre-modeling. You used to do sports.
Mm-hmm.
What kind of sports did you do? Tell the people.
Synchronized swimming.
What are you doing, Shai?
Yes.
That was the thing. The girls are lit.
I also don't talk a lot about that on my social media, and a lot of my synchro
Sisters,
friends, sisters, they tell me, Anouk, you should post your videos.
You should.
Because I did win to the pre-Olympics. I mean, I
No
went,
way.
You know
Yes,
that?
I participated.
No.
Yeah. What
I
makes
was
the story?
training for the Olympics in Texas for 6 months. And my entire 6-year college, I was also training for the Olympics.
No way.
And I think that discipline also helped
That's a
me, a
discipline.
lot with.
Go ahead.
because I was watching. I think there was Olympics this year. I think, right?
In
I don't
Tokyo?
know. I don't know. There
I
was
don't
some type of
even- I
Olympics
don't
thing
even-
this year, I think,
Yeah.
and I was watching it. That thing was intense.
You know what? I'm a little traumatized. I don't
Really?
like to. Yes.
I can imagine.
Like I don't even like to go in the water. Like I don't like to go to the beach. I'm like literally traumatized because of synchronized swimming. The intense
It's
level of training,
intense.
I felt like I was gonna die several times. I'm not even joking. I was very depressed, cried, didn't want it to go to training. Was doing my master's at the same time when my coach had told me, Anouk, if we're training for the Olympics, you're quitting school. And I told her no.
Whoa.
Because synchronized swimming is a sport, you don't get paid for it.
No.
You pay.
Yeah.
Like I had to,
It's
I had to
bragging
pay
rights.
for all my swimsuits. It's a very expensive sport. So I told her, don't worry, I will figure it out. It was hard as hell, like very hard.
Hey, respect to you, man. Like for real.
But like
Whoa.
I remember because we have underwater speaker. A lot of people don't know that. So you have an underwater speaker, and then you have to train outside of the water. Like you have to be very flexible.
You have to
Which-
know the routine.
Which, Markson's very grateful for that. No, I'm just kidding. You have to be very flexible. You have to have strength.
Oh, God.
It's like turnen,
Uh-huh,
gymnastics.
yeah,
So you have to
gymnastics.
have a little bit of that. You have to, your condition in the water. So swimming is something we do for hours also. And then you do synchronized swimming. So you have the underwater speaker. And I remember one day specific, and I think this is why I'm super traumatized. So my coach was very, I don't know, she likes to, read quotes for us, and it just got annoying after a while because, like
Bitch, I'm
saying,
sick and you
Like,
want
shut
to
the
talk
fuck up.
about breathe.
saying is much easier than doing it, right?
100%.
So she was like, okay, we have this workout, and she's like, you're gonna do 8 times 50 meters. You're gonna you're gonna do freestyle without breathing. You do a flip turn without breathing. You come
Jesus
back
Christ.
underwater in 50 seconds. So
I can't even hold my breath for
So
like
what
45
happens-
seconds. I'm like,
what happens? I reached the wall, and remember that was before I had back surgery because I
Yeah.
had scoliosis surgery.
That's also what I wanted to bring
and
up.
I still breathe very loud because my deformity it just I can't breathe.
Like
Everyone
normal?
thought I had asthma.
Okay.
I don't. It's just
Yeah.
it's there. Like every time I laugh, I'm
There's
like,
nothing I can do.
like
Look at
So-
all the laugh. Stop.
what happens? I get to the wall and I'm like, like making this huge breath, and then she
Are you
goes
dying?
3, 2, 1. So I push and then I go for my second, and then she goes with the microphone because you can hear her underwater, and she's like, "Your mind is stronger than your body." And I was like, then I started feeling, man, prick ng mukurpa. You know when you take a pre-workout and it's
Yeah.
I started feeling that, and I start looking like I start seeing black.
Oh,
And
whoa,
then
whoa.
I went to the wall, and then I was like, in my 3 seconds rest, I was like, how do I know I'm dying? Like, so she was like, you're not dying. And then she's like, go. So I can hear myself like, you know, like you're dying. And then she's like, if you take a breath, we start over.
Oh!
And I'm dying. Like, I'm dying.
like
Mitawak-
you're everybody else.
Mitawak- me and my duet partner. And I'm dying. Like, I'm mitawak preto ka ba?
Bro.
8 times. And then obviously you get slower. So it was literally, I get like I touch the wall, go. And if you don't make it in the 50 seconds, she doesn't count that one. And I remember at the end, I was dying. Like, I was like, no.
Nah, no more.
If this is the level of me
Then-
have to like pick dying or going to the Olympics, I would prefer like having a normal life.
Olympics. That's okay.
I don't
not cut out for
I
me.
don't need the tattoo. Like, I'm good. So I was asking her, like, how do I know my limit? And she's like, you're just scared. But that's how she always was, which I know you have to be very strong-minded, but still, it was very,
It's
very
inhumane.
scary.
Like, come on.
And I remember in the Olympics, I think 2012, Japan, who was always one of the top ones, one girl didn't finish. So she was in the bottom because it's a diving pool. You don't touch the floor. And I'm like, how did that girl know it was her limit? Like, she
Yeah.
probably thought also it's like just
It's
practice.
her regular pool from back home.
But I remember my first Worlds, like Mundial, China, they're one of the best. The coach is stretching her and she's crying. But in Aruba, we're like, coach, no push me. And they're like,
Go, because they
can't
know what it takes.
say anything.
It's,
They're just crying, and they can't even show the coach they're crying. So they're like, and I'm like, this is what I'm putting myself into.
like, no, donkey. No.
That is crazy.
No, it's intense.
It's like some
It's very
hardcore discipline.
intense.
Many
Oh my
states.
god.
And then you have people saying like, synchro is not a sport. What? It's not a
It's
sport.
torture, actually.
I
But
almost
it was
died
cool
3
because
times.
in college I didn't bring it. I have my U.S. national championship ring.
Yeah.
And in there it says living the dream underwater, and for 5:30. We used to train every morning at 5:30. So I woke up every year for 6 years at 4:30, digging snow out of the car, like, you know, the wheels, scraping the ice
No,
to
thank
go
you.
to the pool.
Makes sense now.
And
when you
then
told Adri
all-
no.
Yeah. I was thinking the same
not
thing.
doing it.
And then
Again.
all the guys at school had mad respect for us because we always looked like shit. Like, everyone's like, are you sick?
you
No.
okay? I'm
I just
tired."
got out of a very
in
cold
synchro.
pool. And then we trained with the swimmers, and then the swimmers, the water has to be a certain degree, and it's snowing outside. So literally my brows were like fully with ice. You go to school, and then you have practice
Did you go to the
again.
military or did you go to
Minimum-
school? Like, what's going on?
Minimum 8 hours training a day.
What?
Minimum.
What? How many?
I had
8 hours?
I didn't have the
We would be
college
so
life.
Skinny, like, I swear.
Minimum 8
I mean,
hours.
listen, it really explains your discipline today.
Yes.
If you think about it,
Yes.
like, we can up at
Why
so
it's
early.
so easy for you to commit to something, like, not easy, but like,
It's easier
it's
because I know it was worse.
a smaller
Yeah.
transition.
Over
because-
here, like, waking up at 9.
No,
like,
and
oh
then
my
every
God.
time I compare my college life with Markson's college life, oh my God, he
was
partied, you
the
know.
complete opposite.
And then I tell him, yes, but do you remember that one Saturday night that was so cool? No, look at my ring. Like, and he's like, no, I prefer, like, if he had been in sports and stuff, that would be cooler.
Well, the only sports he's in is drinking, so.
I mean, it worked out for him, so
Yeah.
I'm not mad at that.
Yeah,
Cheers
yeah,
to
that's
you.
true. I mean,
Let's
That's
go,
my
my
other
son.
birthday twin. Cheers. Clink, clink, clink. Leo gang.
Now, at what point or age did you realize, like, I want to pursue modeling career? Or do you, or
it's funny because I always, my two cousins, they won Miss Aruba. They went to Miss Universe. Zizi Lee is one of them.
Okay.
And then
That's your
Tyree
cousin?
Mansell also. So I was always like, oh my gosh, like I want to go to Miss Aruba, but I had scoliosis. I hated that I had to be in a swimsuit and I was completely deformed.
That's what I want
Can
to talk.
you-
Before we go into
I was
modeling, let's just talk about that real
so
quick.
ashamed of my body. Like everyone stands behind me. I go and like I, push everyone
Yeah,
to
go, you go.
and then people are like, hey, your back is like, I know, weird. Like,
wait a minute, I mean, your reaction was funny.
But like, what was like the deformation of it? Like, where did you have?
it was like more
Like a big
like
S?
One, it's an S, and then one of my hips were like completely in, and then it also I struggle in the water because year after year my coach would tell me like, hey Anouk, you're on the angle. I'm looking dead straight underwater, so I had to like start going more in the angle to be straight.
Oh my god!
Every year was more. And
Yo, that's
more
crazy.
and
You're doing
more.
all this synchronized swimming and you have scoliosis?
I know.
Wait, but even during that time, you didn't get operated yet?
No, because they had told me if you do surgery, you can't do synchronized
anymore.
swimming ever again. So I had postponed that to
Pursue.
pursue my
Try to-
synchronized swimming
Bro,
career.
mad respect. Like,
And then when I didn't qualify for the Olympics, I went to pre-Olympics because that's also very politics plays a huge role there. I was like, do I do this for 4 more years? I was like super scared already of dying, like dying
Damn.
cruel, you know? So I was like, no, I feel like I want to live my life because I didn't have sleepovers. I never went out, like barely went out.
Really?
Didn't have a normal teenager life.
You didn't get
Even
the
whenever I was
experience.
12, like I wasn't allowed to sleep over. Nothing because you have practice the next day.
yeah.
So I felt like I didn't live my life.
You didn't even know what weekends were, basically.
Pretty much.
No, and traveling, I never traveled with my family because you had competitions, you weren't allowed. Like they would tell you, in 2017, this summer, you're booked. In 2018, this summer, we're going to, Pan American Games. And then we're going to go to
So it
Brazil.
just never stops.
It never stopped. No.
I had no idea.
Like, I'm very traumatized, I'm telling you.
And it's crazy. I had
it's
no idea.
intense.
And I've known Anouk
God.
since like you were what, like 9 years old. You've known each other, and I've never knew that about you. That's
Yeah.
wild.
That is crazy.
Yeah, and my parents were a huge support. Like, back then it was Skyping. I would Skype with my dad, and I think he would notice that I'm super depressed. So he would pay for my siblings to surprise me in the States. And, until today, I don't know how my dad paid for everything because we're just, this family, my parents aren't rich because I'm sick and tired of people saying from young, like, you're Eman, you're super rich. No, like, believe me, my dad had to, work another job to be able to afford because my sister Valerie was the best swimmer, so he had to pay for all our trips, all our equipment.
Oh my
My sister was the best dancer, so all the costumes. I felt really bad for my dad.
And then you're an expensive ass
My dad
synchro.
never bought anything for himself. Like,
I want to hug him.
I know he's so cute.
Aww.
So that's why I want to make it because I told him when you get older, I'm gonna take care of you like you deserve it. You know?
You gonna cry?
It's so stupid.
Yeah. He's so cute. Oh my god, but I want to. And
On this episode,
seriously,
Anouk cries.
training for the Olympics, my dad had to send me $1,200 just for my apartment. That was
fact that
just
you
for
remember
my
that?
apartment. Remember, my dad has 3 other kids.
Doing expensive ass sports.
That's why
Oh
my
my God.
main support was him, definitely.
I-
He's like,
I really-
Anouk, you're crazy, but whatever you want, I'm
Let's do
backing
it.
you up. And until today, with all my modeling things, how awkward the picture is, I send it to him. He's like, yes!
Black tape, let's go.
He saw my commercial. He's like, yes! Your mother's not going to like this.
But I support it.
Yeah,
She's not a woman,
No.
she's a lesbian. Yeah.
sometimes he's like, ano ba, mama awak a video game.
Também es un trabajo, pero hey, bom trabajo sí. Hey, but you know,
Yeah.
I really wish parents were more like your
Like
dad.
that,
Because
supportive.
I really think
You know what who my dad is? Have you guys seen the new movie of Will Smith with the two tennis players?
He's the
Oh.
dad of Venus and Serena.
Yeah. I want to see
Yeah,
that movie.
yeah,
You
yeah, I
haven't
did. It's
seen
really good.
that? Okay, my dad is kind of like.
It's out already or no?
If it was, yes. If
I
it
haven't
wasn't
seen it.
for the dad, they would have
wouldn't been where
not
you are.
made it. Like,
100%.
it was the dad that believed in them
I'm
so
getting
much
goosebumps,
and
man, 'cause I
pushed
know
them. When I see that movie, I'm like, wow.
And you know what? Your kids will look back like, at that moment, they'll be like, Dad, you're annoying. I can't have a normal life. And when they grow up, they're going to look back and be like, damn, I'm so happy my dad put discipline in
And
my
it's
ass.
when you understand the sacrifices that they had to go through, it's
100%.
like, Jesus Christ. Like,
Yeah, my dad was like, I'm not the ultimo 25 florin I have is going into my kids because I don't want them to be on the streets. And look at us. All four of us, we don't drink.
Or?
Yeah, my brother, Valerie, Rachel.
Wait, you have a
Anouk.
brother?
Yeah, I didn't know. I
Siegfried.
forgot about. I know.
He's
I know.
married.
Siegfried is your brother? Mm-hmm.
Oh,
shit.
you like chubby guys.
Hey, Siegfried, slide in the DM.
No, I print with him.
Yeah.
Yeah,
friends
that's my
with him.
dude.
I had no idea. Honestly, that
So,
wasn't
yeah.
I thought it was your family, just like a family member. I didn't know it
No,
was your
he's
brother.
my brother.
Oh, shit.
So we're four, yes, and we don't drink.
None of you.
So I'm like, whatever you did. And my
hard work
dad,
pays off, Dad.
my dad, oh my
we'll
gosh,
drink
from
for you.
small, I'm like, Papi, Coca-Cola in the fridge. He's like, yes. I drink it and it's Palmera.
Oh.
So he taught us from small, like, you want to drink, you drink in the house. And then we never, like, I
That
think
is
that's why
sick.
Hoya Napote goes good, because I don't drink. I always ask Marson to
I will
open a
sell it
sushi
out.
place. I think he's like, hell no. Like, mi no lo plaga.
Hey,
What's
alcohol
that?
business is always better than
I
food
know,
business.
I know.
You can't go wrong with alcohol. Like, it's
No, it
just
doesn't- it doesn't
that
go bad.
market
I'm
that-
telling him to open a Nuki's place.
A what?
A Nuki's place.
I'm down.
Oh, a place called
Healthy
Anuki.
eating Nuki's place.
There you go.
I'm not down anymore. I support you with everything, baby girl. But you know me and
Nuki's
healthy
place.
living.
Like I need somewhere to have like my lunch ready, my dinner ready.
Wait. So you want him to open a whole operating business so you
Just
can
for
have your
me?
breakfast, lunch, and dinner ready to go?
Like on the go. Like, oh, thank you.
Yes,
this is
and
healthy.
then I'll do
Mark's
promo. Like
We'll be making bank.
Markson, take notes from her father. All right, do it.
laugh alone.
Support her.
And also sponsor
It will
me.
benefit
What?
you. Yeah,
But
definitely.
what was my question before we?
Her modeling. How is
Oh
she
yeah,
into
when did you
modeling?
start modeling? Sorry, we have to go back.
Yeah. So then
Damn,
when
not even
I
halfway
came
through the
back,
questions. This is a good.
when I
love this
came back
episode.
from pre-Olympics, like 3 months after, I'm driving the car and I get this intense pain in my back. I couldn't even drive anymore. I had to like put my leg up the seat. I couldn't sit anymore. I couldn't sleep because what happens, all my muscles went
Oh
away.
my God.
So the pain was getting intense. And then I was like, okay, I'm gonna go back to Dr. Soria because she's the one that did my surgery. And I was like, I'm back. Like, I think, I'm officially retiring and now it's time to focus on my back. And she's like, yeah, Anouk, because usually everyone does it younger because the older you get,
harder
the
it is.
longer the recovery, it hurts more. So she's like, you're a little late, but because it's gonna hurt more
Oh
than,
my
because I had a
God.
friend that did it when she was 16. So
And
I
you
told
were
her,
at what
okay,
age,
I told
what
her I
age
am,
were you gonna do it?
I was 24. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna do the surgery. And she's like, are you sure? Because Azadeh has to, do all the paperwork and everything. Like, I need to know for sure if you had made your decision. And before that, my dad had already like booked an appointment with all the doctors in Aruba to tell me, do not do the surgery. But then I was like, okay, what is something that you recommend me to do that I'm not gonna get, pain, and that is not the surgery? And then one doctor said, si colga na epaya di, what the seca epaya? Like, how do you call that in English?
The clothesline, like a
Yeah, clothesline.
like
Yeah,
clothesline.
like just go there, hang for a few minutes and do that and just be very active for the rest of your life. I was like, I trained for the Olympics for 6 years. I'm not doing this anymore. Like, it this intense.
Open my back.
And then I remember telling Dr. Soria, like, I'm gonna do the surgery. And then when I had to tell my dad, he got so upset with me. When I tell you upset, he went into his car, he was like Vin Diesel, like, he was. But I understand because after doing the surgery, it was really bad. Like the way he had to see, like I had to walk, I had to learn how to walk again. That was like the second time in my life.
Wait, it was that bad?
Yes.
I mean, it's
okay,
you don't
about it.
post,
Like,
you don't post this.
yeah.
Like, I don't know. Nobody
You
knows.
remember, like, they opened my back completely. I have 24 screws in my back.
Right now.
Yeah.
That I saw a picture once
Yeah.
you posted about that.
Yes. And then when I woke up, which was almost 5 hours later in the surgery, I had 2 tubes that takes the blood that has to come out, like the dirty blood.
The filter, filtered it.
It has to take that out, and it was hell. Like, and I remember telling myself, because both of my sisters also have scoliosis, and one of my sister has it also pretty bad. So she was like, I'm gonna see how you recover, and based on that, I'm gonna make a decision if I'm gonna do my surgery. So I was trying to be really strong for her, because I know how it feels to have a back that you can't wear crop tops, certain dresses don't fit right. And I was like, I want my sister to also, feel confident.
Yeah.
So I was being very tough, like trying to be very, I'm not in pain. The first 2 days, they gave me morphine. You can press your own morphine. So every time they would come and visit me, I'm like pressing the morphine. And then morphine finished.
It's the
Anouk
real
was dying.
deal.
And I remember, because of the tubes in my back, and you had to lay on your back because I can't move.
Oh my God.
And I remember waking up in the recovery, and first thing I did was touch my feet, like to my legs, to make sure I can move. Because
Or you can feel.
one
You're
wrong movement in the
paralyzed. That's
surgery,
it.
it's
Yeah, you're
and my
paralyzed.
brother, because I had asked each of my family member what they think about the surgery. And they told me, Anouk, you need to think about, if you come out being a vegetable, you have to live with that. Are you okay with that? And I said, yes.
Who said that to you? Your brother?
My brother.
Because that's like part of the reality. Like you have
He
to
was
think about
like,
it.
you need to think about, you can come out,
It's a
everything
factor.
went good, or
Bro,
you
my
can...
jaw's like dropping the whole
And
conversation.
that
man.
scared me a little, and I was like, yeah, but if I become a vegetable, like, I don't want to live anymore, because I don't want to have that on you guys, and for
Yeah.
you guys to live with that. So he was like, it's a decision that you need to make, Anouk. And then obviously when I told my dad, he got so upset. Anyway, so my dad didn't speak to me until I went to do the surgery. He comes in.
He's so sweet.
And he started crying. He's like, papi, tu estimavo, homem. Papi, não quero borracia, pero papi, tu support bo, e tu costa vai bem bom. So obviously I'm there like, oh my God, like, did I make the right decision? And it was my first surgery ever. And then when I woke up, I was super drugged. Like I said so many things that my sisters still have it on video.
Let's
They're like,
go.
bom
Which
dia, nata
sister?
sali.
Which sister?
We're posting this shit.
Hey, send it to us, please.
So then I remember it was the old hospital, and I was sleeping on my back, couldn't sleep. I was just so tired and so much pain. And then like the 4th day, on the 3rd day, they forced me to walk because I couldn't move. So they were like, okay, you have to turn, and then when I turn, you have to push. And it felt really like I was in pain. And then the 3rd day, the nurse was like, okay, lanta, and you need to walk. And I was like, I can't walk. So she forced me, and I threw up on her. Like, like I was like, this is for
What you
making me
get.
walk when I'm not ready. Like, I am disciplined. I know when my body is telling me I can do something. And then on the 4th day, I stood up and walked for a little. And then the walking was making me tired that I could sleep a little bit during the night. And then I remember like the 5th night, I woke up and I started, like I had the silver, where they put
but the IV down and you
yes.
walk with it, yeah.
And then I'm walking and I'm tired and I'm just leaning on the bally like,
Oh my God.
what did I do? Like, is it gonna feel like this forever? I'm scared. Like I was super active. Now I'm not gonna be able to do anything. Hey, I lift my head and the hallway in the hospital is super scary. And
Especially at night.
they're pulling this dead body. And I'm like, I'm gonna die. I started crying. I'm like, I'm gonna die.
There you go.
I was like, I'm gonna die. Like, I really feel like I'm dying. And then I like really see good, and it's a friend. Well, not the friend dead.
Oh, like, damn. The main man is where is
No,
my friend is also
the
across the
friend
room
was
dead.
standing, and then the friend came closer, and I was like, And she's like, my dad just died. I was like, of what? Like, tell me of what? Please don't tell me back surgery.
I hope she's not watching the show right now.
She's like, no, he was like really old because it's an older friend. He was really old. I was like, I'm a little relieved, but I'm feeling really bad for your dad. Like, I was so worried because I was literally like,
oh my God.
I didn't feel my body. I couldn't walk good. And then it took 2 months. I was in bed, laying in bed. And then the 3rd month, I started getting better. And then it was a recovery of a year.
Jesus.
And during that recovery, Atang Lee, may he rest in peace, such a beautiful soul, he came to me. He's like, do you want to be Miss Aruba? I was like, did you look at my back? I have a huge scar on my back. And he's like, that's why I want you to go to Miss Aruba. I want you to be the voice of women that never thought that they could, be in the beauty pageants because they have scars or because they don't have the ideal body. And I was like, say no more. I'm doing it.
Sign me up.
And then again, my dad was my number one fan. He's like, let's do it.
You know what's crazy is like, even right now, like,
I
love your dad.
it's more like, even till this day, I feel like, even with the whole Miss Aruba thing, the things you went, like, I'm learning, I've learned it for years, and I'm listening to things, I'm like, I never knew this. And even right now, like, I have mad respect for you for all the things from school, giving up your party college days, to going through surgery, to like, fuck it, let's go through Miss Aruba, like,
the surgery, the intense training, like
nah, man. And I'm over. And
could never.
You make me feel like I'm lazy. Like, so,
I know. I feel
like
extra pounds just dropped on
you
you.
just heard my girlfriend laugh extra hard because she knows it's true. Like, I'm over here on myself. I'm like, okay, I need to post this picture.
I'm like,
and she's going through surgery. I'm like, damn, Samir, like, come on. Yo, but honestly, echt mad respect, pa.
That's crazy.
In serio. Maxon.
No, and I think that's why I'm also really emotional. Like, I've been through so many things in my
100%.
life.
And it motivates you, too.
Sometimes Markson's like, why do you cry so much? I'm like, you don't get it. Like, I've been through life. And it's just, I'm super emotional, but then the modeling career made me tough.
Yeah. Okay,
Because
but
it's a tough world.
let's talk about that.
That's intense, though, because, like, there's, like, a lot of, like, a lot of dark shit that people don't talk about from, like, the modeling industry. And, like, I've heard some things before, and I was like...
Because my bachelor's degree was in psychology, so I'm a psychologist. And then I did my master's in the direction with children with special needs. But then the whole modeling career last year, when I started, like, when it was the best year of my life, which is this year, was because I made a promise to myself to focus on me. I was always someone, like, I'm very emotional, focusing too much on my relationship, focusing too much on my friendship, and I don't know how to say no. Like, I always want to help people, and, I started losing myself. And then I was like, you know what, I'm fed up, I'm gonna go focus on myself. And then this year, and I think it's something that we need to normalize, I was also going to a psychologist because the world is so ugly that I felt like I was... I see good in so many people, and then you trust someone and you tell them, things, personal things, and then they start, talking around, and you're like, wow, you can't even trust your best friend or, people that you've known for so long. And I was like, I need to, and then obviously I have my sisters, but I don't want to burden them with all my stories, and they're always going to be on my side. Like, I need someone neutral. And I started going to a psychologist. And I'm not afraid. Like, I always tell my friends, they come for me for advice. I'm like, you shouldn't come to me. I'm going to give you the number of my psychologist. She's awesome. Like, she's amazing. And I felt like she had helped me also through, the modeling world is so beautiful, but it's also very nasty.
Ugly. Like, in a few words, like
what? Because like this day and age, a lot of girls are like, they have like really great bodies, and they probably want to pursue this, but I feel like you should talk about like what goes on behind the scenes and like how people like the criteria on what they judge you based off of. And
well, when I went to Miss World, which was my first one, I went supernatural. And I remember being like, I'm going to go with my scar and I'm going to be supernatural. But it stays a beauty pageant. So what happened, you see these, like I had no boobs. Like they were super flat. And I was like, yeah, I'm gonna own it. But what happened when I got there, I was like, you know, my dress would have looked nicer if it had, if it had a little thing in there. So I said, if I go to another beauty pageant, I do want to change certain things that I wasn't confident of myself.
Yeah.
I wasn't doing it for someone else. So I decided to do it, and I was very open about it. I never lied that this is how I was born, you know? I was very open about it. I had no surgery, and it was just like my nose is very the same from the front, but from the side it's more pointy. I was always open about it. People would text me, I would recommend them. And then what happened, I was training my ass off to get to the body I wanted because I knew I was going to go to Miami Swim Week. And then what happens, people start talking about Anouk opera su barriga, Anouk opera su abs. I was like,
this year?
If I had done surgery on my
the red dress.
believe me, they would be popping like more, you know? Like they would be 8 packs. Like
The red dress got sent to me by so many people. They were like, oh, Anouk did her body. Anouk. I was like,
yeah, and I was like, but why? Like, why? If you see me waking up every morning, and you know why I post my workouts? Because I follow a lot of girls that also post their workouts, and they were motivating me. So I was like, there's 2 things. Either I motivate someone to get their ass up and go to the gym, or you just swipe to the right. I don't do anyone damage. And I was like, okay, this is what I'm gonna do. And it helped me also because I would save it in my highlight. And it would also help me to compare, okay, 3 months ago, my body was like this. Yeah. So it was helping me. And at the same time, I was helping other people because they were like, hey, Anouk, malanta, I saw your post. And I got up and I went to the gym, you know? And I was like, that's so nice to hear because I'm also helping other people.
Yeah.
And sometimes I have those days too that I'm like, oh, I really don't wanna go. I go on my Instagram, I see someone at the gym, like, I'm
let's
up.
go.
And I tell these people because they're people I work out with, and I'm
Yeah.
like, hey, thank you for motivating me today. Like, it really helped me to get up. But back to the main thing is that when I was, you know, focusing on myself, I felt more confident. I felt more beautiful. My closest friends were the ones that I thought were supporting me, and they're the ones here, Aruba, they want to see you do good. But never better than them.
Not better than them.
And then-
100%.
And
Hey, we're
then,
gonna take a picture of Anouk and then quote it right there, real quick.
Right fucking
and
there.
then that hurts even more because it's people that you think, you know,
You
are
didn't
your
expect it from,
backbone,
like-
you know? So I remember crying a lot with Markson, and he's like, why are you crying? Like, I'm like, you don't get it. Like, just, I'm a woman. Like, just live with it. I'm
It's the
more emotional than
principle.
you. Because you, if a friend talks bad about you, you're like, okay, whatever. And then you go have lunch with him. Like, that's not me. That's not me. Like,
We gonna hash this shit out.
but then the more, like, I don't know, like Markson's style, the more I got to know him, the more it had helped me also because really,
brush
you
it
need
off.
to just focus on yourself.
And
not
not,
that
and not give a
serious.
shit about people's opinions. Or like, what? Well, you don't like me? Fine, whatever. See, we will be
So
that.
then, you know, friends would start saying like, no, I don't want to stand next to Anouk in this picture. Can you stand next to her?
What?
Like comments like that, and then
Like, in front of you,
people
they'll
would
say it.
screenshots send me that my friends would say like, siguro Anouk tuma steroids, or siguro, like, you know, stuff like that, and I'm like,
Bro, it's all the hard work
like
and
I
discipline,
work for
bro.
this, and I show it on my Instagram. It's
100%.
not like one day I went to Colombia, came back, and I was like, ting, ting, you know, like.
Look at me, in shape, didn't do
It's a new
anything.
girl.
Eating a cheeseburger,
Yeah,
like, bro.
so no, and then like a lot of things, like I just, it's me and myself. Seriously, like now it doesn't bother me anymore. Now it's,
It is what the fuck it is.
I really focus on myself. Even my friends are like, hey, you want to go out? And like, I don't have time for it. Like, I'm really focused, and it's just an ugly world. But at the same time, I feel like I have more of a support system abroad. People like, you know, people I've looked up to for so
Yeah.
many years believe in me more than my people, like my local people. You
The
know,
new people you meet
100%.
sometimes support you so
Way
much more than the people
than
you've known for so long. 'Cause
100%.
they have 500 things to tell you how bad it's gonna end up.
Yeah.
These new people believe the shit out of you. They're like, no, bitch, I know you can do it. Like, bitch, you don't know
Yeah,
me
and
from
then-
like the
Not-
next
not-
person. But
and
like,
then you have people that were like, Anouk, you're educated. Why are you wasting your time into modeling? No offense.
I feel like it's
you're
bec-
not gonna make it. They would tell me.
Your friends?
No, like people
People.
here. Like, why? Like, Anouk, just focus on your job. And, you know, that would fuel me
The
even
island
more.
is so
I would go to the
close-minded.
gym next day and I'm like,
do my bitch.
Danki Pasaki.
You know, I think is people sometimes don't want to see you change. You know, like once they if they see you a certain way and they like it, and once you change for your better, like no, ¿qué estás haciendo?
That
Becky
image
Banda.
is just for like,
Yeah, dude.
no, you can't change. You're good representation for the island. Don't change. No, we need
Yeah,
more
Bro,
and
we
of
have
you.
so much.
And like the beauty pageant is not really my style because I feel like you have to be someone else.
100%.
You
yeah.
you have
can't
to
be
you have to
yourself.
sell yourself. But
A
on a
polished,
as
full
a
you.
model,
Yeah, you
you have
can-
to sell the clothes. It has nothing to do with you.
Huh.
And I remember my first runway.
That's a
The adrenaline I felt was when I was doing synchronized swimming, but not dying. Like I was breathing, the adrenaline. I was
good.
like doing a show, and that moment I knew I don't care what people tell me, but I'm gonna make it. If it's a small runway, if it's a big runway, I'm gonna do it because I love it. I already have my diploma. It's never gonna expire. It's
Yeah.
there. I'm young now. I don't have kids.
How old are
This
you
is
now?
my time to shine, and
Come through. I live for that.
and then you know what's cute? Like these girls, because a lot of people say like the modeling career here in Aruba is practically dead. Like there's nothing. And like little girls now are like, you know, texting me like, how did you make it? Or they're like, you made it. Like I'm like, what?
I haven't
So
yet, but I'm
cute,
there.
so
I'm almost
cute.
there. That is adorable,
So, yeah,
though.
yeah.
That's nice.
Yo,
But
we
I
have
do feel like
we have
what?
so much to talk about.
I
Let's-
know it's crazy. Anouk might
no,
have to
let's
come back.
no. Well, yeah, we would love to, but like
But I think we should talk about the black tape.
I was that's
We're gonna have to skip
about-
through to just jump to
yeah.
some of these other
There's
things.
a
real
few
quick.
questions, but we're gonna skip it. Like, I'm assuming has that been your favorite gig so far?
That has been okay. So I went to Miami
Let's go.
Swim Week. I don't even remember like what year because COVID got in the way.
Was
I
it
think
this
it was
year?
3 years ago. I went to my
Oh, okay.
first
Oh, okay,
Miami
okay,
Swim
okay,
Week.
okay. I was like, what?
And this is how I modeled my first Miami Swim Week. So you guys know Anthony Bryson. He's my
Yeah,
friend.
yeah,
He
yeah.
gives like the pasarela walks for
Yeah.
the miss that they
Always
always
wear,
go
like, a
into
big-
the top. He's like
Oh, I didn't know
fabulous.
that, though.
Oh yeah, that's his job. Have you ever seen Anthony walk? Pageant walks?
I just know him from.
I'm gonna send you a video.
from his sister, but that's it.
Yeah, so
Oh shit!
he's my friend, and I went to Miami, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna start, doing research and stuff like that. So he was helping the girls on the runway for OMG, which is a really big brand. So she's like, Anouk, mi tabay montabo awe, and you're gonna go with me, and we're gonna see what's gonna happen. And he has a Tesla, right? Like this beautiful Tesla.
I keep telling y'all, gays are the way. Like,
So he was like, I'm like, doing my makeup. He's like, no, you need to do a little sharper here.
Eh.
And he's like giving me advice. And it's these little things that make a big difference. So after I was all dressed, I put something on that I feel super fabulous. He's like, nope, another thing. And then when I'm completely done, Anthony approved. I'm like, damn, like, I've never seen myself like this.
You don't
so
push
we
yourself.
go in his Tesla. We go to the Miami Swim Week, the OMG fashion show. And then I'm like, Anthony, like, how am I going to get in? Because you're the coach. He's like, I want to see how you're going to get in. Show me that attitude. And I was like, oh my God, oh my God. So Anthony's like, this is the model. And like, I'm late. I have to go inside. I'm like, yeah, I'm the model. Like, I was like fully like trying to
In
make
character,
Anthony,
in character.
trying to make Anthony proud of me. And then they're like, okay, sure, go in. I'm like, Anthony. And then all these people, because we came in a Tesla, they grab the keys, and then there's this red carpet. I was like all in Sheeta, like really cool dress. And everyone was looking at me as if I was a celebrity. Obviously, you're in Miami, so I could be a celebrity. So I'm like, oh yes. And I was like, the only thing is if they stop me. Like, no, you're not getting it.
band.
Just keep walking. Just keep walking.
So we're going inside. I'm like,
late,
Anthony,
sir.
I'm not even gonna look back. Like, hurry. Like, I wanna go through the door. Open the door, boom. All of these models I follow. I was like, oh my God, Saks Fifth Avenue, Black Tape Project, Monifa Janssen from Curaçao
Yeah.
was there. I was like, oh my God, Anthony. I made it.
Oh, that's the one where Monifa
With
had the okay, I remember that shit. I remember that.
So I go in, and then Anthony's there. Anthony's friend Andrea is owner of the OMG swimwear. So I stand there, and obviously I'm like all dressed up, like super nice makeup up and top. And then the girl's like with a bikini, and I was like, "You want to model for me?" Like with that attitude. And I was like, picture. Like, inside, I was dying.
Downplay the shit like I do this every weekend.
Anthony
so
was like,
whatever.
Marica, comportable. I was like, I'm trying. So then I went, and that was my first runway at Miami Swim Week.
That is,
Oh,
it was the craziest
shit.
part.
Because I
It wasn't
had
really-
Janina Azar, but Janina Azar was because she came to Aruba, and I always stayed in good contact
Yeah.
with her. So I didn't really count that one. That was my official. So I was backstage, and I was in love with Black Tape because it's the biggest show of Miami Swim Week. So I was like, 1 year. I don't have the body for it yet, but 1 year, I'm coming for you. And then I was going to Miami Swim Week this year, and I was telling Markson, like, I don't even know where the casting is from Black Tape because you have to text them, and then they have to send you the address. So they didn't text me yet. And I was like, oh my God, like,
I'm not gonna
I
get
need to
it.
find out where this casting is. So we were casting, Carol was also with
Yeah.
me, and we
Yeah.
were casting for different, and we got in some, but I still, like, I
Black
had a
Tape is what I
goal, and
wanted.
Black Tape was my goal. So then, one day before, they text me the address. I'm like, but I knew there were gonna be 1,000
1,000
girls
girls.
because it's the biggest show of Miami.
So it was just
Swim
you
Week
and Carol?
from Aruba. And Carol was like, you know what, Anouk? I prefer going to another casting because the line is long. And I don't know, like, she was like, because you really have to pick. There's so many castings. You really have to pick because some of them are at the same time. So, you know,
And do you get paid for these castings or like?
you do,
like volunteer.
but I don't have a visa. So if I get paid, they can
Yeah.
they can deny me to get in, like if they catch you, you know.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
I was like, nope, I'm not taking the risk. You know, I'm doing all of this because it's an investment in myself. And then 2022, I am gonna get paid, like officially. because-
100%,
yes.
yeah.
So I was like, Carol, you know what? This is what I came for. Like, I'm gonna stay here. So I'm in the line. It's a mega long line, and then finally I get inside, and then there's another line. They even took a break. It was we were waiting and waiting and waiting. So finally I'm starting to get closer, and then you see how they're doing the casting, and four people go at the same time because there's even guys. And then there is a panel of judges, and they're obviously the ones organizing the Miami Swim Week, and they're the most important ones because it's the biggest show. And then you have the guy that does the Black Tape. So I'm standing there, and I'm like, oh my God. And then the four people go, and they're like, go. They're like, go. Stop. Thank you. Come back. I'm like, then I'm not even gonna wait.
All the time, just get like.
I was like, I'm gonna wait this long, and they're not gonna let me walk. Sometimes they're like, can you walk again? Okay, don't walk anymore. Thank you. And they're so mean. And then the next four
That's how the
come.
world is.
I
huh?
would die.
The next four come. They walk up. No, thank you. Next. I'm like, Anouk, being at the casting, you already made it. Like,
Yeah.
you know, you're living this
Let's tell ourselves
experience.
that.
And then it's almost my turn. I feel like my feet is slipping off my heels because I'm sweating so much.
Toes crossing over.
Finally, it's my turn. And I'm all on the left side. So the funny part of modeling is that you have different types of modeling. You have European, you have like Victoria's Secret model that you can be more like flirty. So I was like, I don't even know what type of walk they want.
They want it one.
So I was like, okay, I'm gonna go for the European because that's what I usually do for Janina Azar and all these brands. So I started, and they're like, I love it, but you're not at New York. Go again and give me Miami style. I was like, you want Miami style? So I was like walking, and they're like, come here. You three, thank you. I was like, yes!
Let's go.
I was like, yes! So I go
Yes!
there, and they're like, so Joel, he's the artist of the Black Tape. He's like, where are you from? And I was like, Aruba. And he's like, oh, nice. I see it."
Exotic.
He's like, I saw the scar in your back. And I was like, oh my God. He's like, I love it. I want to do a photo shoot with you. And I was like, oh my God, this is not happening. Like, I'm dying. So then he had asked me for my number because he was going to text me what are the
Like requirements?
steps that you need to take because I made it. And I was like, okay, 1 second, because I don't remember my US numbers. Let me go quickly. You know, I was like, I didn't know the number because I was so nervous. And I didn't want to give him the wrong number because I was like, there's
Can you
no.
imagine you gave them the wrong number?
So I went to the bag. I was like, okay, 5, da, 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 you know the number. So I go, I give him the number. And he's like, yeah, expect a text. So I walk out of Black Tape. I call Markson. I was like, he's like, what happened? I was like, I made it to Black Tape. And he's like, what's Black Tape? I was like,
Markson, you're about to be single, my friend.
no, I was like, I know, play it cool. Like, I was like, the biggest show of Miami Sam Week. Like, I made it. He's like, oh my God, tu sais pas bien, mais pas bien. So then, I was like, wait a minute, I'm gonna call Carol, you know, but Carol come and cast too. So I close the phone, and then he calls me back. I just saw Black Tape. Anouk, what? And then he's like, look at your phone. Boom. Markson booked his ticket to Miami.
He's
He
like,
didn't want it to come.
Is he jealous?
He booked his ticket.
he was a little concerned.
Markson was never the jealous type until
Till
that
that
day.
Yo, I am clipping this part.
His ticket. Booked his ticket.
Yo, that is wild.
Booked his ticket.
He's like, I'm into the I want to see it in
Booked
person.
his ticket, and then
Bro.
he was super supportive. Super cute. Obviously, I'm like super white. I don't tan, so I have to like do this whole routine before I model, like spray tan and everything. He was also helping me with that. This is Markson. Doesn't even take one picture of me, no? Like,
Yep.
I could be standing in front of a beautiful pyramid in Mexico.
Like, yeah, whatever.
He would zoom in my face, and then the one picture, that's all you get. Like, you know. So I remember, like, we're standing there. Obviously, they had sent me the steps because I was telling Markson, like, let's not get too, excited because I haven't got the text yet. Like, they could have lied to me also. Boom! The next day, they sent me the text. They're like, don't put lotion, blah blah blah. So then we're standing there. Markson's next to me, and mind you, all these girls almost naked, and Markson's there. But that's how we were so focused on this is so art that I never was like, like looking at Markson, like at what he's looking at. Like, and I had explained to him, like, when I model, sometimes you come backstage, you have to switch into another outfit. There's so many guys there because they're either doing the lighting or helping out. You're not changing like, hey, turco,
let's go.
And sometimes he's like, "Dos ba kung kami dilante egay na?" You don't
I get it.
understand.
It's not like that, though.
And they don't look at you because backstage it's a different world. Like they're not staring. They're like, you there, like.
They even feel awkward. Some of them don't even look.
Yeah.
So then when he was there, I was like, do you understand like how different you feel? Like you're looking at art. You're not. I'm not looking at you. I don't feel jealous. It's just, I'm so happy he's living that moment with me. And then he's like, Anouk, are you ready for it? Like, how are they going to do it? I was like, I don't know. Like, I don't know. Are they going to tape me there? Like, I don't know what they're going to do. So then they're like, Aruba. So they call me Aruba. Because, I use the same thing. If you don't remember my name, you can call me Aruba. They're like, Aruba. So it was super professional. He gives me like this tape and he's like, put it at your private area. He gives you a bathrobe. He's like, go in the bathroom, cover your nipples, and then come back. So I was covered. I mean, not fully, like,
but
my body,
your
but my
covered.
private areas are completely covered. And I have the bathrobe. And then I was like super nervous. I was like, Joe, thank you so much. Like, I can't believe I'm standing here and you're taping me. And then I asked him, like, how, like, do you know how you're going to do each model? He's like, oh, no, honey, your body talks to me. And I was like,
what?
So he's super artistic. Yeah. He's like,
Stick base of what he
and
feels.
You don't know. He's like super fast. He doesn't measure it, and it's perfect. It's perfect. And until today, like I went to his house. We did photo shoots. Really good friends. Like I've traveled around the world with them. He has opened so many doors for me, and like he even wants to bring Black Tape and Paradise Challenge to Aruba.
No way.
That's
I hope we
how
can make this
far.
happen.
I want to, but we need to have our community to be a little bit more open-minded. You know, he was like, Anouk, do you guys have carnival in Aruba? All I need is a trailer, fans, and like duck.
And shark.
Like a roof. And then we're gonna make like, cause he's very artistic, so they would make wings and dragons out of like these tapes and like these accessories. He's like, I will change the carnival like in Aruba. I was like, yeah, let's wait on that. Like, we need to get these people
Back
on
up.
board.
The
like-
men will love it. The ladies will hate it. The
The
Catholics and the
No, 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 no.
Christians, no.
Yeah, I was like, but how amazing would that be?
100%.
But I love like the backstory of everything that you just said, like how it shows like with patience, and if you really believe in something that you want, you're so determined to get it. It's like, I don't care what it takes. I don't care how long I have to wait in line. I don't care even if you get the disappointment, the fact that you experienced it means so much, and you have that legacy to share with somebody afterwards. It's so incredible, and the fact that you even got to do it and post about it.
Yeah, and like a lot of doors closed. Like I was modeling for another brand, and it was right before Forever 21. And I was like there, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna stay and like, you know, like, hey, you guys need a model? Like I was really trying to, you know, like that's how you need to hustle. Backstage, you need to fight for it. So they're like, where's Sarah? Oh, Sarah's not there. I'm available. I was making
Aruba's
jokes.
here.
And I got to know like everyone backstage, and they were like,
good.
oh, we didn't see you. You should come and cast next year. So hopefully this year I can do Forever 21, because that's also on my...
On your wish list.
Get it. Let's get it.
And then that's also where I met Cindy Prado, who is like one of my...
Your idols?
I follow her, yes. She's so amazing.
Do I sound like Mark Sam if I say I don't know who she is? Like, who is she?
Yes. She's
Then
he knows.
it's
Say
like,
no
I know
more.
who she is.
Say no more.
Mr.
She's-
Photographer.
she's
and
hot.
she is so nice.
She's
in
hot.
person.
Maybe if I
She's
see
so
her
nice
picture,
in
like, oh
person.
yeah, I know who she is.
We probably don't know her, but she's hot. If he knows who she is, she's hot.
So then I met like a lot of other like really big models, like they're very well known. And then one of my friends now is Georgina. She has almost 4 million followers, and she's like, Anouk, build your profile, and then I'll
Yep.
take a picture with you. So I'm building my profile, and then
Mal-
hopefully next
And
year.
then
And
catapult.
Martin's really good friend now with his husband. And thank you to actually DJ Jamie that helped us get to know them,
Let's go,
Nice.
Jamie.
because he's really good friends with the husband, and they're
Nice.
super nice. So
Anouk,
Oh, connections.
you
I
need to
just
you need to
love it.
bring this to Aruba. Like, at least, I mean, the Black Tape project for sure.
I know.
You need to do it. Like, do like a little bit of a.
Girl, we got
like,
you.
And it was funny because Anthony had like a backstage batch, and he couldn't stay, so he had given Markson, and that way, you know, Markson, they would kick him out and everything, so he was backstage. And then the models would be like, sir, can you bring me water? And he's confused. I'm like, so he would like bring waters for the models.
shit.
And then like all the news people were like, oh, no. Like they were all standing there like, we're waiting for Black Tape. And Marston's like, oh yeah, like he still doesn't get it. Like I tell him it's big. And then they were like, no, this is the show.
the
like
main event,
6
dude.
million people watch this video. Marston's like, Anouk.
Don't
He
mess
was
this up.
panicking. He was panicking. He was like, Anouk, do I need to tan you? Like, suck. Book. Because you have to do like, you know,
Yeah.
they have to like do your
Everything
back
cracks.
leg. He's like, book. Nami wag pa atrás. Bota bong, Anouk. Mani mo awa. Mi tamani Marcelo, kiko to pasando. Like, you're making me nervous.
He
And I
understood.
never get nervous for runways. Never. I'm super excited.
Until
like,
Mark's son gets nervous. They're like,
my
yo,
son
chill.
was
What are you
dying.
doing?
But it was so cute. And then he had told me, I'm so happy I'm here, because when you see the picture and then you live it, it's
It's two
completely
different things.
different.
And I
100%.
noticed that thing touched him because the way he posted Black Tape
On
photos.
and
I
his
was
stories.
like,
And his
So
stories
then when
too.
I
Let's
got-
go, baby!
So I remember in the airplane, I got the pictures, which was taken by Danny Batista, which is one of the biggest photographers around the world. Like
Even I heard Dylan react.
he's
Damn.
Patrick's like Patrick was like, Anouk, bono ta comprende, Danny, asaka po potrà." So I was like, who's Danny? He's like, Danny. I was like, okay, bisami kenta Danny. So then I found out like Danny is this really, really good photographer. And
Oh,
I showed Martin,
shit.
he's like, post it. I was like, which one? He's like, all of them. I was like, so I sent my dad, and he was like, whoa.
What? No, make sure, but mom and the white cause.
How does your mom feel about like all it is?
We don't talk about it. But we make jokes about it because when the lesbian commercial I did came out, I was super nervous. I was like, all my sisters were sitting. They were like, "Sáqueme que guac, ahora vamos a filmar mi video." So I was showing her, and she was like, like this.
Miyu, gambi sabon ko.
And then the only thing she puts it down, she's like, "Una coquita bai." Mami said, "Mami, turca minda," even on New York billboard. And he was like, no, she was like, she stood up, walked away. And I was like, and my sisters were like,
Bajo,
and
bitch.
then she turns, she's like, "Can you do my makeup?" I was like, "Sure." Yep. When do you want it? And that was it. My mom's super religious, but
Yeah.
I think secretly she
like-
supports me and she's
Yeah,
happy
it's
for
like-
me.
It's
But
not
can
secret,
do it.
It's 100%. My mom is the same exact way. Like, side eye, she would be like, "I'm so proud of you." But other
Yeah.
times, she'd be like, "Oh, why do you have to say these type of things?
Why
Do you have to do it? Do you have to post it?" I'm like,
and then my sisters, they're cute because they're so proud. But then my other sister, Rachel, who's 3 years older than me but looks 3 years younger, she's always
I don't
in
know
family
her.
member, and she's like, "Do you guys remember how Anouk used to look like? Oh, let me show you." And then the ugliest picture. And then she's like, "Do you remember when we used to dance for Peter?"
Let me show you real quick. 15 years ago.
She's like, "Do you remember when we used to dance in Pirawicha and they would put you in the back?" She's like, "There's a reason they put you in the back. Like now they would put you in the front, but back then you were in the back."
Just to remind you real quick.
I'm like, "Conchale."
I didn't know Rachel was that mean. Damn.
I don't know.
Yeah,
her
but she
at
makes
all.
jokes about
Yeah,
it. She's like my biggest fan too.
I know
She's so
Valerie.
cute.
She does the
Ah.
face painting thing, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Her I know.
Valerie is like, I mean, mi rumanta hot, huh? But Rachel's more like, do you remember how Anouk used to look like?
This is the old.
I'm like, "Rachel, you need to get remarried because the pictures at your weddings are only gonna be in your house." Like, yeah, they're bad.
Somebody called the Titanic.
y'all savage.
But it all comes from a good place. It's called
No,
character.
I mean because me, how I looked at her wedding. No,
Oh!
I didn't know
I
that.
thought you meant-
I thought you were
I
gonna
thought-
say
No,
back.
because
I was
I'm like standing next to her. I'm like, no, we need to redo your wedding because.
Oh.
You know, yeah. I thought you were going to share your sister. But you got
No,
those
but
away.
she's like, "Conchale, I wish I would have done it a little later because I look more fabulous now than I looked at my wedding day." I was
Well,
like,
tell
"You
her to get
see, we should
remarried.
totally redo it."
5 years. How long is it? How long
I
has it
don't
been?
even know anymore. I don't even know. Like,
Yeah, tell her to do that.
COVID has done that to me. Like, I don't know.
As much as I want to continue this conversation,
I think we should.
this is. I think this is the longest episode
I
we've
know,
had
it's
so
crazy.
far. But I think it went by
But
so quick.
before we finish it, I do want to like stress a lot on this, and we didn't even look at the questions from.
No, we didn't.
I
Even,
know,
we didn't even go
we
into the
even
questions for
skipped
the
our own
for the-
questions.
Yeah,
Yeah.
For real.
Yeah, because there are a couple of friends that told me like you should say this.
Yeah,
you know,
go for it.
like-
Let's go.
No, but there's a lot, so I don't have time for this. But what I
Go.
really want to stress about is just focus on yourself. Like even if you have relationship problems, friendship problems, work problems, you have no idea working out. One, it makes you a healthy person.
100%.
You know, you survive COVID. And then second of all, you have no idea how good it feels when you have confidence.
That I do
It's a
have.
Facts.
superpower that I can't explain it. Like obviously I have certain things that I do want to work on, I want to improve, but I felt like it's also been healthy for my relationship because I felt like Markson wasn't a jealous type and now he's like,
Hey,
you know,
hold
he's getting a
on.
little
Black Tape
jealous.
Project. Oh, I'm on my way.
You know, and
Yeah.
it's because I was focusing on myself rather than focusing on other people. And sometimes it's not the best thing to focus on other people. You should focus more on yourself. And I
Fully agree.
feel like that's something I try to motivate my friends. Like, hey, I'm gonna go for a cardio session. You wanna come with? You know, and I'm trying to. I don't want to force people because if you don't want it, it's not gonna happen. But just the fact that working on yourself, you have no idea. It takes a while, but once you reach it,
yeah.
it's the superpower that nobody can touch.
You feel like invincible.
No,
like
yes.
Like anything people say to you, like whatever. It don't matter.
I got that. I'm not gonna
Yeah,
lie.
you have
I
it-
got
you have it
that.
on steroids,
But I keep
like,
telling
legit.
everybody, I'm like, the day I get a flat stomach, it's over for you hoes.
But it's not even a flat stomach. It's just what
No, I'm
you
saying
like. What
I
you
am-
really what
my
bothers
mindset is already
you.
up here. Like there's nothing bothers me. But I'm just saying, if I get a flat stomach, Anouk.
Do it. 2022.
I don't know. I ain't got time.
No.
Yeah, he does. Listen, you just heard her entire story. You telling me you
I
don't
know,
got time?
That's true.
I feel bad now that I'm not working out so much. You okay? Let me cough in. By the way, guys, Shark just recovered from COVID. And you know how it,
Okay, you don't have to like bring it
well,
up.
you always keep saying bad bitches don't get COVID. Well, guess what? A bad bitch
And
got
then
COVID.
what I want to mention is
Go for it.
thanks to Black Tape, thanks to working out and doing all these things,
this
like
exclusive?
Martin gave me a promise ring.
Let's go!
I had
about
told him,
time.
I told him, Conchale, if I knew Black Tape was gonna do this, I would have done it like 3 years ago.
Let's get
It took you a while,
Cute,
Maxon.
no?
Okay,
Nice.
Marky.
No, I make fun of him because I was like, hey, he made it a size too big. So I was like, hey, you need to go resize it because I need to go like on the show with my ring. So I can, tell them.
Be like,
Yeah.
hey.
And I thought he wasn't going to do it. He's like, hey, deixa me timbo rin.
He's like, for make sure na sa, nung di mi tapa, nung may
Oh,
hode.
Marky.
So I make jokes and I tell him like, is this because I'm going to make it next year? And for people to know like,
She's
Hey, like,
locked.
sit back down. Don't even
She's
try.
locked.
Don't even try.
Stop.
No.
But I told him a promise ring, oro fire. Sinamita ko na.
No, isso é de câmera aí, uma coisa é mesmo. Maxon, bofaya.
Just so you know, Marky. We
No,
coming
but
for
honestly,
you.
like I really think today people like learn a side of you that I think and I've known you for a long time. People that don't know about you. So especially like you almost died in the pool.
Multiple times. Like, I think I'm a cat with 9 lives. Like, seriously.
No, but thank you for sharing stuff like that because again,
100%.
people don't talk about these stuff. I think, and like, you see somebody, and I know like you for sure get judged
A lot.
super hard
Yeah.
based off of social media, like them Negro Jamaica pictures, girl, Dubai.
Hey, and,
Oh yeah,
and this
pictures coming up.
Yeah.
Stop.
What's coming up?
The pictures from
Yeah.
Dubai.
Is the
mean,
one with
you
the
got
eagle?
some.
Is the eagle one from Dubai? Mm-hmm. Dope, man. But listen,
So wait,
I
there's
have
more?
from camels.
Yeah.
Oh, you have to see the one I'm posting tomorrow. I'm gonna give you guys a preview.
let's go. Hey, but can we like not right now, but can you come back on the show so we can talk about
Yes.
Jamaica trip? Damn.
I'm not even a lesbian, but damn.
Bro, but like, okay, but I was gonna look at the background, even the
I know,
it's like a fucking Marvel
Some would
movie.
say it's Photoshop, not just
No,
kidding.
honestly, like people might think that, but dude, it looks
Yeah,
nah.
yeah, it's really cool.
Hey,
and we
sorry,
have
we're
a
hitting the
lot-
gym.
a
We're
lot
gonna
of
get
them.
ripped, and then we're gonna do a Black Day project, and then we're gonna go to Dubai. Okay?
I can be the art
You
designer
can
person.
you can be my water boy. But anyways, but
No, I could definitely come back.
Yeah,
I
'cause
think
you-
it's something that we need to talk more
Yeah.
about.
we can go a little
People
bit deeper.
should start believing more. If it doesn't matter if it's modeling, whatever. If you have this dream, just
Go
go
for
for
it.
it. And
Yeah.
even if you don't make it, the road that you're going through, you're doing all
That
of
journey.
these that journey opens so many doors that you haven't
100%.
even think that would be possible. So,
Oh my goal now.
but I have plans for next year. Not gonna share it, but
Is there one thing you want to share? Like, what's one goal that's on the list? And it's not for Forever 21 because you already said that one. Aim high. Come on.
I don't know.
It can be any
I
size.
don't like to like.
You want to jinx it?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Then
Okay.
we'll
But
wait.
it's big.
Then just write it down and then bring it back on the next time you come on the show because
I'm gonna come back and hopefully it had happened.
we want to talk
Okay.
about Jamaica, definitely
Dubai.
Dubai.
Dubai, and a bunch of other questions that we had.
We didn't even
Oh, and by
touch
the
any
way, like
questions.
Paradise Challenge was for everyone. Like even photographers from Aruba could have gone. I
going
was
next year?
like,
Petit
Aruba,
told
wake
me.
up.
Yeah.
Oh, she told me too late.
Wow.
Now blame me.
Too late, Dylan. I know Petit wanted to go.
you're
Petit
the-
told me.
you're the-
Oh,
connect
now
now.
all of them are
Yeah,
like
yeah.
Anouk, and
Hey,
I
I
don't,
think they can
and
go.
I'm not sure if Paradise Challenge is gonna continue.
Dylan.
Not sure. Like they had a setback. Like one of the videographers that are super big that helped Joe with everything started his own business, and he's kind
Yeah.
of like a little
Yeah.
sad. So I don't know if he's speaking with emotions right now and taking decisions based on emotions.
he's
But
fine.
this guy is like. I think next year is like, okay, we're doing, we're doing
yes.
something even bigger.
Yeah,
like
we go
he's-
tomorrow morning like, hey, fuck it. We're
Yeah.
going to do this, 24 karat golds everywhere.
Yeah.
Let's go.
And he's super chill. Like he's Cuban. So
Anouk,
he's
I have
really
a
chill.
question before we close off real quick.
Because I just have to go MC in 5 minutes.
I'm so sorry. Real quick.
Hey, Jean, I'm coming.
Did Mark's son almost give you my iPhone 13?
I heard this story.
I
Anouk,
died when he told me
Anouk.
that shit. I was like,
Hey,
Tell,
you
tell,
don't
tell the story.
understand.
Tell the story.
I was telling Mark, son, you know what? I'm going to Dubai. Like, I want to buy a phone, and it's the 13X Pro, the color light blue. So we go. I'm super excited. I'm in Apple Store, and they're like, it's sold out. For 2 weeks, you have to order it. And I'm like, I'm not here for 2 weeks. Like, you need to find it. I'm going to Dubai. I was like telling the guy, you know Dubai? Like, I was trying to convince him to, I know you have one in the back. Like, I just need one. And he's like, sorry, no. Anyway, so then I go do the photo shoot at Joe's house, doing all of this. I go back into the car because he and his sister, Marianja, were doing like some stuff. So I go back in the car and I see these 2 iPhones. And in one of them is the one I wanted. And Marson had told me, like, maybe we should check Best Buy. So I was like, and he's like, baby, me tem surprise pa mo.
oh shit! He didn't tell me.
So he hands me the 2 cases. And I was like, but then I was like, no, I no puedo sacar 2 con fácil. And his reaction, like, I know Marson so well. So then I looked at Marianja, I was like, is he lying to me? Like, he's like, no, it's yours. And it ended up being yours. And I was, because he had said that Jared had sent it for us to bring for someone.
Yeah.
I was like, well, tell Jared it's going to be mine. Like, I'm going to buy it. Like, I was like so pissed. And then it was sharks. Like,
Oh my god, what a son. I was like,
so
where
funny.
is it? Do you even have it?
Of course.
Yeah, where is it?
It's like over there.
Over there?
So yeah, I went to Dubai with this old phone. Like, Jesus.
Whoa. I just...
I mean, look at the pictures you came back with, girl. Relax.
100%.
Yeah,
You got
yeah.
photographers left and right.
And
so
I have a
relax.
phone, you know, so I'm grateful. Like,
Cheers
we should be
to
grateful
fucking-
for a lot of things, but
Hey, real quick, because this conversation was so
Sorry,
good.
yeah,
I
the-
forgot. Guys,
Who wins?
we're giving away these 2 bottles. Both of them will be given away on Friday. All you have to do right now is go on Instagram or Facebook. There will be pictures of me, Sharky, Anuki. And the 3 of us will be with these bottles. And all you have to do is, number 1, follow No Filter in Paradise on Instagram. Tag 3 friends that you want to pop these bottles with on New Year's. And number 3, I forgot. Like the picture. Yeah. Sorry. We already finished 1 bottle. So like the picture.
Say the new time that we're gonna announce the winner.
Oh, yeah. So I'm going to try my best. And if you react on time, I will deliver this on Friday before New Year's. So you will have this. We're announcing it at 6 p.m. on Friday.
Dory's like, nope, you're not delivering that
What
on
do you
Friday.
mean?
No, I'm just kidding.
we have already bottles at home. It's okay. we're prepped. We're prepped.
No, she's like, don't waste my day.
Yeah, she's like, no, you're not
We're not
delivering
driving
that.
around delivering.
What do you mean? She moved there now, so she lives here. So everything's good.
True.
But 6 p.m. we will announce the winner, and if you don't react before 7 p.m., I am not bringing it to you on Friday anymore. So you have 1 hour to react to the winner, and I will bring it to your house before 8 p.m. Hopefully.
Happy New Year's.
Guys,
Aruba.
Cheers.
Reach for the stars.
Happy New
Clank,
Year.
clank, clank,
Work on
cheers.
your goals, and no matter what, we've learned today that
Consistency is key, and believing in your motherfucking self and your dreams.
hell to the yes. Guys, thanks for watching, and we will see y'all next week. Happy New Year. Peace.
Ow.
Wow, man.
Hey, yo, what's up?
Hola, ¿cómo estás?
Taboo, trends, anything and everything. You can watch us every single week on YouTube and Facebook. This is No Filter in Paradise.